Metal, isn't it?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Voila. Here we are again.
Yeah. 6th time.
Episode 6.
If you're still with us, well done.
Yeah.
I think it's getting better.
I think
That's
so.
just me.
Well, yeah, you are quite biased. I mean, you are part of it. I think it's getting better.
More structured.
Yeah. Still talking shit.
Yeah. What did we talk about last week?
What did we talk about? Lots of stuff, didn't we?
Yeah. Streaming.
Yeah.
Music charts. Like that. Metalcore.
The
Lots of
UK metalcore scene. Yeah.
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 That was quite varied.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah. Probably the most concise.
Went by in a flash.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately. But it's alright, we're doing it all again.
I think we're just talking shit, but in a more organised fashion now. That's all that's changed.
Ever so slightly. Yeah. You spoke about the Damn Things.
Yes, I
And
did.
that album,
Ironiclass.
yes, which I went and brought. Oh, that's yeah. I went and brought it.
Was it a good purchase?
It was very good. Yeah, it's very, very good rock and roll.
It is. It's just balls out rock.
Real upbeat.
Good pick me up
Yeah.
record. Yeah.
I can imagine like driving in the sun, windows down, just giving cheeky point at people. You know? Like, PowerPoint.
He knows. She knows.
On the way to download or something. Just, yeah.
That's what I was saying. It's one of those records where you just imagine you're doing something.
Yeah.
It's quite a vibe record.
It's just not what
Yeah.
you'd expect from that group of musicians, though, I don't think.
No.
Like, if anything, it's the opposite of what I expected. I mean, I'm glad it isn't the opposite. I think it works really well.
Yeah. Freaking awesome.
It is just a balls out rock album, and it's all the better for it.
Have you had it on repeat or just kind of like?
I've only listened to it once through,
Yeah.
but it will stay on.
Cool.
I've listened to it a lot since last week, just because, like, once it's resurfaced, I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the weather's getting nice as well. Why the fuck not?
Yeah. Good for today, for sure. We talked about. I was going to touch on this. There's a couple of bands we mentioned last week. To the Rats and Wolves. Did we mention them last week, or was that just a
I think they
group
they
chat
were
thing?
mentioned
Yeah.
on the podcast. Yeah, I think so.
I can't remember. There's so many mentioned. Were they German? There were a
Yeah,
lot
we're
of
probably
Germans
German. We've got
mentioned.
a German thing going on at the minute.
You might want to be careful how you say that.
A German finger. That's a good band name, that is, right there.
German thing.
We're
Yeah.
German finger.
Not to jump into my usual hatred, but I couldn't stand it. It was like everything that I hate in metal. Screaming was bad. Cringe-worthy dancing. Like it reminded me of
Sorry, dancing.
yeah, you know, like sort of the
We're
whole
talking like baby metal.
no,
dancing
like
teams.
crabcore, like get low kind of dancing.
Makes one of
I'm not sure whether
broken
they've got like
knees.
I only watched one video to be fair,
Yeah.
so like maybe.
I've only watched that one. I came across them. but-
You maybe they've progressed since, but it reminded me of when you go to the arcades and you hear like you see the dance mat song, the J-pop
Yeah.
song.
Was it all
And
in
it's-
time? And
yeah.
a
And
bit too.
it was like it was so happy, but with just like typical like it was just such a clash that didn't work. Like it sounded like my description of what I thought Enter Shikari sounded like. Yeah, so that was kind of what I was scared it was, but yeah. So anyway, that was one that I didn't like, and then there was Any Given Day as well. Who was it? You
The one
mentioned
that
They are.
the video. With
They've
Matt
been
Heafy?
they've been around for quite a while.
They have. I remember before they released their first album. I can't remember when it was, but I remember hearing a couple of tracks before they released it and being really impressed with what I heard. And I was really excited for the album to come out, and then never bought it because I'm an idiot.
Forgot.
Yeah, but like, I've heard songs like along the way, and yeah, they're just really fucking good. They did a cover of Diamonds.
What by Rihanna?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Okay, right.
That
Yeah,
would be interesting.
it's a really interesting cover.
Good.
Especially, like, have you seen the vocalist?
He's hench as fuck.
He's
massive.
a wall.
Yeah. Tank.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't expect to see a guy like that singing Diamonds. There you go.
Proper metal version.
Yeah, it's actually a really good cover.
It's a good song though. If I'm honest, it's good. It's a well-written tune, so I can imagine it translates well. Like, as a rule, I don't really often like metal covers of pop songs. It's one of the things that makes me cringe. But sometimes,
I don't mind some of that.
like, if you've ever like pop goes punk stuff,
yeah, alright.
I find it a bit. God, I sound like an old man, don't I?
I don't think we actually mentioned them.
Any
Last
Given
one,
Day?
No, on the last one, yeah.
Oh, right,
I mean, I
okay.
think that
Well,
was
just a reference, go listen to Any Given Day.
Yeah, yeah, go listen to
Any day of the week. Take a pick.
Edit.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Like, if you're Craig David. 7 days.
Fuck's sake.
Sorry, I've really been enjoying that Craig David song recently.
Why?
It's a banger. Right, anything else from last week? We get to the news?
News.
I know I said it, and I'm going to say it in exactly the same way as I did when I said it earlier. Ascendancy, 12 years old today.
Whoa.
Where has the time gone?
In the pub, say, what?
It was like such a fake reaction. Whoa! Oh my god! That is a wicked album though.
Yeah.
I remember that being. That is an all killer no filler, that right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
12 years old, man. I mean, where has the time gone?
Oh, it's been about 12 years.
You bastard.
The Blackening turns 10 years old as well.
That one shocked me more than the Ascendancy one.
Oh my god!
That's another all killer no filler album. The Black Moon.
Yeah, 10 years old, man. That one has snuck up on
I
me.
can't believe that, but we saw them at Download in 2007 on the main stage.
Yeah, we did.
They were fucking phenomenal. They really did. 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, on the 27th, I think, of March. That turns 10. The other news. Don't know if you saw Architects are doing a thing where you can open for them.
I think that's a really cool idea.
Just in the US at the moment?
I believe so.
I think that's something that more bands should.
Yeah.
I know it's not just down to the band, but you know,
It'd
I
be
think
nice.
they, of all people, know how difficult it can be to get into that position in the first place. I think if they can actually open that door for people.
Playing local.
God, I wish I was still in a metal band. Fucking hell. I remember seeing them back in the day in Peterborough, like trying to get a support slot. It's interesting because we were, my band we're chatting with Def Leppard, trying to get on their UEA gig because obviously, like as a local show, you know, thinking as mates, it's good to have that connection there. But it's sort of, as they were saying, it sort of works through record labels and like reputation, sales. It's much more than about whether they think you're a good band or not. You have to sort of prove yourself. So it is quite a gamble for ticket sales to have a big headliner and then other bands that are relatively unknown. So it makes sense for the record label to pick bands that have already developed a good fan base and whatnot. So I imagine the bands that do support Architects will still be fairly, you know, of that town or state or whatever, like quite well known. They won't just be like, you know, some random garage band.
band.
Oh, they'll have to be...
There needs to be
have
something that's going
about
to
them.
pull in the ticket sales. At the end of the day.
I can't remember what gig was. I think it might have been Sacred Mother Tongue. And we was talking to the guitarist, and he was telling us how much it would cost them to be on a tour with a bigger band. I can't remember what band it
they were
was.
talking about potentially going on with As Lays Iron and trying to get on with them, I think.
Yeah, I remember being like thousands of pounds just to get on the tour, and then they got to pay for their travel, the gear,
Yeah.
everything
It's
else.
just for that exposure, it's a huge cost. An investment,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, an investment that not everyone can make.
No.
Whilst we're on Architects, Luke, do you want to talk about? We listened to Dan Searle's first interview
with Daniel
P. Carter.
Is Daniel P. Carter?
Yeah. Talking about Tom, his brother, dying.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
think-
first bit of press they did since he that he passed away.
Yeah.
Was it 6 months ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah, 6 months. The first
Yeah.
time he'd really opened up.
Weirdly, to interject
Wow.
about that, I saw on Twitter that he put up saying that he'd actually had loads of fans messaging him saying about how upset they were about his brother's death, and he was basically just saying, well, I said I don't really want to open up about it. I can't help you. However upset you are, it's much worse for me.
Yeah.
I'm in no position to help you. Just go and talk to your friends, which is perfectly understandable. I don't see why people
They're
felt
turned to the
need
wrong place.
to-
Yeah. What did you think of the interview?
It was an eye opener actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I didn't realise that was actually going on the lead up to his death. All those festival runs when he was so ill, no one knew. He would sit there and talk about how he would sit there and meditate all day, and then just walk on stage and be fine. Where actually he's in immense pain. He shouldn't have been out the house. Shouldn't have been anywhere near a stage playing music. That I didn't know. I had no idea about any of that stuff. I didn't realise the backstory behind it. So to hear all that was really interesting. And I think just hearing a bit more about their relationship to one another and how close they were. It was tense at times, that interview. It was like he's going to break down in a minute.
Yeah, he did a good job to hold it together.
Yeah, he held it together really well. And also the point you made, he was saying, people coming up to him at shows or afterwards and wanting to sort of mourn the death of his brother with him.
And he doesn't know how to deal with it.
Well, he was saying he can't just switch that on and off when he pleases. It's like, well, I mean, sorry to say this, but I'm actually in quite a positive state of mind right now. I don't want to grieve. I do my grieving when I'm grieving, and I'm not.
At the end of
I
the
can't
day,
just turn that on and off like a tap.
It's his brother. Like, I don't think it's really anyone else's place as a fan to go up to him and try and join him in that.
Being at their show in Manchester, it was one of the first dates of their UK tour, and I described it to people as like, I mean, it was one of the most impressive metal shows I've been to in a long time. It was absolutely, like, the production, the band had played incredibly. I mean, I remember being so surprised that they would go on tour so soon. I thought they would hold back for a while, so it was all the respect to them. But I described that gig as being like almost a bit like a funeral. It was like there was so many moments of
like a celebration.
Yeah, but it was like joyous, and it was it was nice, but there was a lot of sad people in that crowd that were really visibly upset, and it was such a surreal experience. But
do you think they needed that?
Yeah, I think they did the right thing. I think it was incredibly courageous and just nuts to see them do it in the public eye. And I think they did the right thing by not doing press until afterwards.
Yeah.
But the fact that Sam decided to get up and speak towards just before the last song each night and address everybody personally.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I thought that was. I mean, we've seen a lot of bands lose band members before, but for this band in particular, at their biggest moment, to deal with it so publicly.
That was their biggest UK show to
date.
As well. Like I think I said on the first podcast, this is their biggest sort of success.
Yeah.
And they're just on the cusp.
Yeah, on the cusp, and that's what makes it all the more heartbreaking. The fact that he just missed the pinnacle almost.
Yeah.
On the back of what he wrote as well.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he is the sort of creative aspect of that band. He was the one that's.
He's the main songwriter. Yeah.
I can see it was interesting to see that he actually had his name down in writing at the Grammys as well for musicians.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you don't, like you said, they're on the cusp of just pushing through that boundary, and for them to be recognised in that way, or for him to be recognised in that way, it shows that people are quite right in taking notice of.
Yeah, I mean that album, All Like Gods of Abandonedness, I think that was definitely pushing new territory. That was metal done in a way that He's very forward thinking. He's sort of pushing boundaries and showing it was something unique.
Yeah, it was quite political, but it also dealt with
but the music itself, like the riffs,
Yeah.
the breakdowns. It's like a lot of electronica in there as well.
Oh yeah,
Like
they've kind of
that.
had that synth thing going on, like ever so
Yeah.
subtly since Hollow Crown. Like
Yeah.
it's been there, but they've kind of pushed it, especially on Memento Mori, the last
Yeah,
track.
and like having
Yeah.
Alan Watts with that spoken word section. Like
Yeah.
Was that the closing track?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nuts.
10-minute epic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking epic.
But yeah, that interview was something special. I thought it started to get a little bit spiritual for a while as well,
Yeah.
isn't he? He starts talking about all sorts about how he feels more like he's living through his brother in a way, or and stuff like that.
and how a lot of people have come up to him saying, I see a lot more Tom in you now.
Yeah, yeah.
And things you would say, oh, that's something he would say.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's kind of...
It's nuts.
Kind
It
of
did get me
strange
thinking. We're still on the news, but that's a heavy one, isn't it?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
Pick
it's
the
the first
tone
bit
back
of
up
press,
a little bit.
Yeah.
if it's the first bit of press, then yeah, I mean, it's still relevant, even though it happened 6 months ago.
Of
Yeah.
course it's still relevant.
Yeah.
It's a unique situation for them to be in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what happens now will be incredibly interesting to watch.
Will be in a lot of anticipation for that new album to see, one, if they can top it creatively, and two, just to hear what Architects are going to sound like without Tom. It's going to be a really strange one.
Yeah.
But they've got a close friend on guitar, haven't they? It's not just some session player they've got on tour. It's someone that the band know
remember his
well.
name or
His name's Josh.
Yeah.
Don't know his full name, but he said it was almost like a seamless transition. And they were really lucky to have someone like that willing to just fill those shoes, and it was like a seamless, transition into that role. And like you say, the live show didn't seem to suffer.
Oh no,
Too much.
no! He definitely played the parts well. It was probably the best I've seen them, really.
But there's a difference with playing live and just being able to play those notes and songs and actually creating, creating something. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, is there any news on the Architects album?
Well, I think in that interview they said that they're probably going to take their time, which I think would be the right thing to do. I don't think they should rush it at all. I mean, they definitely deserve it. And actually, following them since, Ruin back in the day, that was a long time ago. They've never really stopped. They're one of the hardest working UK metal bands I've seen.
Yeah.
And they've earned themselves a bit of a break.
Yeah. Okay.
What else do we have for news?
You had some things today about Incubus.
Yeah. They've promised big, dirty, grimy riffs.
Big, dirty, grimy riffs.
Yeah. Now, I put
What
that...
constitutes as a big, dirty, grimy riff?
Well, Incubus is one of my favourite bands. I bloody love them. But they've changed their sound a lot. Every record sounds different. If you're not a fan of them, go educate yourselves. They're fucking geniuses. But they are one of the most self-indulgent hippie bands you'll ever go see live. It's like... But, I don't know, it's just something kind of therapeutic about their music. They've always had this kind of, like, chilled out element to their most recent records. So I feel that's a bit of a headline. I can't imagine the whole album's going to be, like, filled with massive riffs, but
At the very least, the album will be interesting.
yeah.
I mean, I can't say I'm a fan of every album that they've
No.
released.
I think A Cry Metal the Murder was really good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that one.
I've liked everything they've done, but when I think of their heaviest riffs, I actually think of like on Morning View, there's a track called Circles, which is just like
Or A Certain Shade of Green. That's quite heavy.
yeah, going back a bit, yeah. Make Yourself as well, that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'll always go and see this.
Oh, one of the best bands I've seen live as
Like-
well. Yeah.
yeah, I saw them on the main stage. He was high as a kite. He was so fucking stoned.
Yeah.
But they were great. Like they did this little jam thing for like 5 minutes, just improvised. And I thought
it's very self-indulgent.
It did make me wonder whether that was just because they forgot what they were supposed to be doing at the time. If I'm honest,
maybe.
I just think that's that kind of music, though. I'm not sure whether there's a lot of, like I mentioned, the hippie vibes. It's very kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of
hippie.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already used that word, hippie.
Hippie.
Yeah. But I really love
Hippie
them.
covers it all.
Anything else? I want to talk about CKY, but I'll let anyone interject first.
Danny Warsnop getting angry with the stuff for lip syncing over his live shows.
Yeah. That's a dick move, isn't it?
Have we seen footage of this?
No.
I'd be curious to see.
It's just what the band have told him. Now he's returned,
and he has, in
Hit the fucking
Danny
roof.
Warsnop style, come out all guns blazing.
Yeah, he doesn't like
what's
it.
What's his temperament and character like, Danny Warsnop? Is he quite? I don't really know.
He
too much
doesn't
about
keep
him.
things very private.
He's quite opinionated.
He's very
Sort of-
opinionated.
There's going to be a war of words now between.
I don't think it will be, because he's just going to smother him. Not literally, that would be very dark indeed. But
I don't think that the stuff speaks to him anymore, though. That's the thing. He kind of just vanished.
but I think when you've got two personalities like that, I mean, someone like Warsnop is always going to come out on top, because like I saw like a little interview with him before he released his solo album, and basically he doesn't get starstruck or anything like that. He said he's been in business so long and been around so many well-respected, well-known musicians that they're just people to him now. So when you've got a guy that actually not that many people really know who he is, who's lip syncing over his music, who do you think's going to win?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't he? I'm not actually really a fan of them, but wasn't he there from the start, Danny Warsnop?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. He went off. He had a little bit of a wobble.
Yeah, done a wobbly.
Yeah, had a bit of a wobble.
Wrote a country album.
Yeah.
That wasn't a wobble.
Was
No,
that
that wasn't the wobble.
Okay.
That was a good album.
Okay.
And to be fair, the album he did with his side project, We Are Harlot.
Oh yeah,
That's really good as well.
Oh, actually, I did check that out. I quite liked that. Yeah, from what I heard of it. Yeah.
He's just a really talented vocalist, and personally, I
He's
think
very
his
good.
voice better suits stuff like We Are Harlot and his country album than it does him being an Ask Alexandria. I mean, it's good to see him go back to him, but he's a very talented vocalist.
Okay.
Very talented. I actually think his voice is better since he broke his voice.
Broke his voice. Okay. You want to talk about CKY?
Right. Okay. All right then. Now then, lads.
I've got a story to tell you.
Let's get into this.
I got a story.
Well then, lads. Why do I sound like Gaz from Call of Duty?
I don't know.
Check those corners. I'm not going to do the whole thing like that. Right. CKY are doing a UK tour in May as a three-piece with Chad, the lead guitarist, doing all the vocals. Now, they've been one of my favourite bands. God, when were they? Early noughties, the Jackass era, how we all discovered that band, 96 quite
Tony
big,
Hawk.
Tony Hawks,
Yeah,
that whole era. One of the most underrated heavy rock bands of that era,
Massively.
in my opinion. And personally, like, they're one of the first bands I saw live as well.
What's your favourite CKY album?
Probably,
Destroy, Rebuild.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably, or
Yeah.
Volume 1. I think the two they put
yeah,
out
Volume
afterwards were just subpar. There was some cool moments, but
It wasn't up to what you were expecting.
no. But yeah, both of those records, Volume 1 and Infiltrate, were wicked. Now, they stopped playing around 2011, I believe, which is quite a while ago
Yeah.
now.
Wow.
Darren left, and I remember hearing about this. They never really announced what the drama was, why he left, and they sort of carried on with a replacement vocalist for a little while. And then I heard about this tour, and I started looking into it and trying to see if I could find out what the issue was, because I used to just be a mega fan when I was younger, so it just piqued my curiosity. And apparently Darren's always been a bit of a shady character, and there's just been all of these stories about him like falling out of the band and trying to carry on with his other side projects, but not quite understanding the music industry, and he's been quite bitter towards sales and how it's changed and all that sort of stuff. And he's been threatening fans, getting into like online arguments with fans and like things like that. Yeah.
Excellent.
Like really, really like bitter kind of
towards
sort of
the whole CKY.
Yeah, because they basically said, "Well, you left, we're going to carry on without you," and he decided to get pretty butthurt about it.
Yeah,
sounds like a man child.
Yeah, and if you can actually, I thought this sounds a little bit excessive, but then on some of these websites, a bloke had like posted all of these screenshots from his personal Facebook and other social media of just Darren just ripping into people and basically trying to like sell old bootlegs and things like that to like make a living through his old band. And he's now decided to carry on with new band members and call this band 96 Bitter Beans, while CKY carry on without him as a three-piece. So I really want to go to one of these shows to see how it holds up, and because it's actually quite sad to look at. It's like
he had quite a distinctive voice, though. That's the thing. I mean, it really fit the music that they were writing.
Really unique riffs, and
this other band, what sort of
96 Bitter?
Yeah,
they've started a GoFundMe, and they're doing
CKY covers though.
They're doing a couple of, I think live. They've been playing shows and selling it as CKY, even though that's illegal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's left the band, and people have been complaining, saying we're not getting that's not CKY who you're watching. You're actually watching.
This sounds
you're watching him and friends. It's like Guns N' Roses. That situation.
No, I wouldn't
Axl
even.
And friends.
I wouldn't even say that, because at least he owned the rights to all of the music they were playing. To me, it sounds like Max and Igor Cavalier.
Yeah. And I'd hate to see another one of those situations come about.
Those two,
it's just a mess.
Just anything that
you're a Sepultura cover band now, because you've not even got the name.
I think like even all his sons are in the band and everything now, the Cavalier and stuff.
It's just a mess. Sepultura is still going. You got the Cavalier Conspiracy. You got Soulfly that are doing Sepultura covers.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Cavalier, I can't remember if it was Cavalier Conspiracy or it was just Cavalier. They opened with Roots on their show and ended with Roots. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and then done Sepultura stuff in between as well.
It's sad to see like
the actual band Sepultura now can't play any of the stuff that made Sepultura big in the first place, because they don't own the rights to that music.
Also like
and
Derek.
I've listened to some of the most recent Sepultura albums. Loads of people really liked it. I thought it was shit.
I heard one track that I quite liked.
I wasn't digging it.
Fucking hell.
I don't think they've done anything decent ever with Derek. I don't like anything.
I actually went back and listened to Roots.
Yeah.
It's not a good album.
No.
I think the track Roots Bloody Roots
is overrated massively.
I was going to say it's a good song.
You've got classic metal.
Chaos AD, I think was
yeah, that album was wicked.
That was their finest hour. And I love Soulfly, like anything. Well, not recent Soulfly.
Not recent Soulfly, because he just gets all his kids to play everything. But that's what it seems
they've
like
gone
anyway.
Very death thrash metal. Soulfly now. Like Soulfly for me, their best stuff's like Dark Ages Prophecy.
Yeah,
3. What was the other one with Jump the Fuck Up on and had with Corey Taylor guest vocals?
Was it just Soulfly?
Maybe it was. But yeah, all that kind of era of Soulfly, like that tribal metal.
Yeah. I think
I really like.
Max is one of those musicians that just needs to call it a day now, because he's not doing anything original. He's not doing anything particularly entertaining.
No, he's
anymore.
not. But he's
like a caricature of himself.
In past experience, though, he can just pull out an awesome album out of nowhere.
Yeah. Where's that gone?
With Unleash.
Unleash.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That just came out of nowhere. That was like, well, someone been dormant for ages, and then bang.
Yeah. Just to round off that whole topic of sort of like bands trying to live through their former selves, essentially. That's kind of what we're discussing here. Yeah. That's kind of it's interesting how we make that comparison. I didn't mention that CKY are as a three-piece, they're actually recording an album without Darren and putting it out this year.
Okay.
And 96 Bit of Beings are also putting out an album as well. So this year's going to be filled with CKY things, which is cool. I'm interested to see what happens. But if you can, go check out the campaign, what's it, like the GoFundMe video, because it's really funny because Darren introduces it and he just looks really on edge and kind of slightly passive aggressive as he's explaining it, and he's sort of. And it's almost like he's watched one of these like business infomercials and he's saying words like, yo guys, we've got to be personal, we've got to be connected. You might as well just chuck the word synergy in there. And then there's and he's sort of speaking at a normal level. And then one of the band members, don't know what he plays, he just obviously didn't
just chime in.
He just chimes in, but they've not recorded it together, and his voice is like 12 octaves higher and louder. He's like, hey guys, it's gonna be a great record, go buy it, it's gonna be fucking fantastic. And you're like, whoa, why are you shouting at me? It's just like, it felt like a parody. And I've just had this day of like research of one of my old favourite bands, and
it's just unearthed all of this.
Yeah, and I've just found all of this stuff, and it's really quite sad. It's like really upset me. Like, you know, I think I'm interested to see what's going to happen, but sometimes, again with like Sepultura and Soulfly and stuff, it's like it's best left in the past, I think. Really. Like, but bless
left
them.
in the past and left to like cover bands, I think.
Yeah. So that's positive.
So was that the news?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that was the news.
Yeah,
I think it was the news.
long news.
Yeah.
Old news as well. Oh, CKY thing was like mid last year apparently. But,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
I've just suddenly decided that I still like metal.
They only announced their tour like it was only a few weeks back.
A few weeks ago, yeah. So then most of the shows have sold out, which is cool. So.
Yeah.
Now then,
you wanted to talk about a topic, and
did I want to?
did you want to elaborate of metal and mainstream?
Yeah, I think this whole well, I feel like I've touched on this a little bit with various groups of people over the years that listen to metal. And recently we were talking about it on the Grammys and Metallica being represented and whatnot. Basically just wanted to ask, what's with the obsession of people's validation of metal in the mainstream? Do we feel that it's underrepresented, that it should be on the radio more? Or are we happy with it being kind of, its own
it's quite a
lifestyle?
Complex topic, really. I mean, like, if you look, like you said about talking about Metallica at the Grammys and like them, a band that big really having such an era like that on stage it's almost disrespectful to that band's career in a way. And I think when metal is portrayed in the mainstream, especially when it's a band that big, you at least need to acknowledge and respect who they are as musicians and what they've built up over their career. Whether you want metal in the mainstream or not, when it is there, it shouldn't just be fucked over, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because
it's taken at face value.
Yeah,
almost.
because it isn't in the mainstream a lot, at least not in the UK. I mean, it's a lot more prevalent in other countries. Like
definitely Scandinavia.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Scandinavia, Sweden, Finland, places like that. Like they have it on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like proper Swedish black metal.
You're talking.
And then,
We're
like,
talking daytime radio.
Yeah, you're talking
and
5 o'clock rush hour traffic on a major radio station. That would just be blasting.
God, I could not be dealing with
I'm
that
not
during
blasting
fucking
it.
rush hour. Like,
But
it's
it's
stuck in
like-
traffic.
That's how mainstream.
it's just normal there. Like
Yeah.
they're used to hearing it. It's like it's like us hearing anything on the radio here.
Yeah, I could make the argument of, do I want to listen to Napalm Death whilst I'm trying to parallel park? No, not really. But then if I hear that sort of blinky Ed Sheeran tune one more time, it's just as annoying to me. No disrespect,
but
like
then
pop music as well.
if you were brought up in a country where
Yeah.
you've already got metal in the mainstream,
Yeah.
and you're trying to parallel park while listening to Napalm Death,
Be normal.
yeah.
Normal,
Yeah.
I mean,
Very specific example there.
it would be. I mean, like,
Especially considering I can't parallel park.
well, there we go. We're talking about like metal in the mainstream in the UK. Do I think it should be more validated and thrown into the mainstream? No,
I'm with you. on
because
As much as I want to hear it on the radio, I don't think it needs to be on the radio.
Nah.
no. I think the people that want to listen to metal will go out and find it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would. Like you said earlier before we started recording, it'd be good to see these bands actually getting the recognition that they deserve for their talent.
Yeah,
So it would be good to hear
They
them on
do
the
it.
radio.
They do it away with like Golden Gods and things like that, and magazines. And
Again,
stuff,
it's still a
but-
very niche thing, isn't it? You only know about it if you know about it. If that
Yeah.
makes
You're not
sense.
checking for it, yeah.
Or it's not really put in front of you.
I think that's just
like-
the nature of the music scene in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, metal originated in this country, and it's always been something where, to an extent, the people who are like the outcasts.
Yeah, it's
go. Like,
alternative,
they're-
as in alternative to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Like the mainstream.
I mean, it's its own mainstream, like in its own sense. Like there isn't anything you can compare it to. I mean, yeah, you've got like pop and whatever else on the radio, and that is mainstream just because it's thrown at you so constantly.
well, it's the mainstream of.
Yeah, but metal
Music.
has so many subgenres to
Yeah.
it that it's essentially its own stream of music.
Well, you've got
in its own
mainstream
right.
metal as well, maybe. Like.
Someone got a text.
Come on.
God, I've never seen people shit themselves more.
But then,
I think metal. We're sort of in our corner over here doing our thing, being left alone. Or I'm happy for it to be left alone.
I'm happy
and
for
not,
it. You're not
you know-
always left alone. You always get.
No, you always
people-
get crossover and.
I was out in town a few weeks back, and somebody asked for some metal to be put on, and we had. What did we have? We had Korn, Rammstein.
This is in a club.
Yeah, and
Busy.
yeah, no one knew what to do with themselves. Like there
It's on
were
a Saturday night, like a busy,
Yeah,
typical.
and like there were people there that were genuinely enjoying it, but like the majority of people were just like, well, what do I do now?
On the other extreme of that, I have been asked by people at work mainly, what kind of music you're into. So rock and metal, and this one guy answered with what, like Arctic Monkeys. And my initial thought was to chokeslam him, but I thought I'd give him the benefit of the doubt, so just, no, stuff like Metallica, Slipknot.
To name some household.
To name your mainstream.
But
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the thing though, because it's like if you're at a house party and someone says put on some tunes and you've got a wide group of people, and are you going to put on a Metallica or Slipknot that a handful of people might know, or are you going to go to your niche heavy as fuck band that's going to shock people? Because these bands are gateways into metal.
Yep.
It's like I remember when I was younger, I didn't understand it. I was like, this is laughable. It's so angry. I'm not an angry person.
It's a wall of noise at first,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? So you
It's
Until you
start,
can start to distinguish
Yeah.
like what's going on with the guitars and the
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah.
and just those shouty vocals.
Yeah. So you've got to. I kind of see the argument of like. I remember at uni, I had a lot of people said, "Why is it that I have to go out clubbing and I have to put up all this pop bullshit that I don't like?" And it's like, well, you go out clubbing to have a good, positive time, and the nature of heavy music. I mean, I'm not saying all of it, but a lot of heavy metal is, we talk about Architects, fucking bleak, fucking angry, but they're lovely, happy people. It's like you put on music to fit the environment.
I
So I never felt like when I was going for a night out that I'd want to hear really aggressive music.
You need to go to Rock City.
I would say I disagree. First time I went to Rock City in Nottingham, I remember we walked in and they were playing Halo by Soil.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking incredible. I'm just having this fucking blasted at me.
Yeah.
And all night we had Limp Bizkit, we were having Metallica, we had I can't even think what it was. It was just heavy constantly.
Yeah.
There was Pantera, Devil Driver.
Yeah.
It was.
It just made us want to go for it more. It was like, wow, we've never had this.
I had a fucking incredible time. I was so happy.
I'm not saying like that there's not a place for nightclubs to play heavy music or that it shouldn't be encouraged more, because there definitely is, and there's a few places I've been to where it's been like that. But it's the whole argument of like, hearing ignorant people say, why is it not in every big club? And it's like, well, because it is a niche thing. And it's like the argument of mainstream.
You can't have it in every big club.
No, I don't go out to expect that.
Yeah,
no,
that's the thing that I can't. Yeah.
For example, if we had somewhere locally that just blasted metal at you constantly, I can guarantee we would be there every Saturday night.
Probably.
That might get old quite quickly. That's the thing.
I don't think it would.
Yeah.
I think if you go out to a place like that, you go out knowing what you're going to get, and you're there because you want to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, we had a club in Lincoln when I was at uni there that I'd go in there and I'd go straight up to the DJ booth and ask for Party Hard by Andrew WK.
Well, why wouldn't you?
And everyone's beers were just in the air within seconds, and it was fucking awesome. It was, and then there'd be Come Back Here, some hardcore, something like that, and it would just be nuts. But it died down quite quickly, which is quite sad to see. And that's what got me thinking about this topic, because it was actually like a smaller room attached to a big club. So you'd get the normal sort of punters from the main dance floor come in and be like, what the fuck is going on? It was like a complete culture shock to them. So
heavy metal's a shock to a lot of people when you play it to them. And they're like, I met people on my travels and they're like, what do you listen to? I was like, well, have a listen to this, and I played them. Even just something like bit of Lamb of God or Kings of Chimera, and they're just like, what the fuck is that? I can't wrap my head around that. It's too.
Do you know what?
Too much.
This kind of segues into. I'm not sure whether it's worth talking about, like what got you into heavy metal. But I
was just about to say, what was the band that got you into metal?
So I love this because it's such a fond memory. Is back in the day, me and my brother used to have cassette tapes, and we'd copy things that we'd found from wherever. And that was a really poorly constructed sentence. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm not judging you on your ground.
And he showed me this band, and it was the most hilarious shit I'd ever heard. Bear in mind, at the time, it was the most hilarious shit. It was a song called Fucking Hostile. Uh-huh. And I was by Pantera.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe how fast it was, how angry it was, and it was that, fucking hostile. So it goes into the sort of like the next riff, but at first it was hilarious to me. I was like, are people this angry? And then, and then like the more I heard it, I was like, you know what, this is fucking sick. I must have been like 11, really young or something, like a really young age, because this was. Here we go, Offspring are playing. I was listening to punk at the time, and I was growing up on Offspring, one of my favourite bands.
I think you'll find a lot of people started with punk.
And this is what I'm saying, is and now they, to me, they still hold up as, in my opinion, one of the greatest metal bands in all history. Yeah, Pantera.
Yeah. I would say.
And, that to me was a gateway into the whole world of metal. Mm-hmm. And, it's the same thing with hip-hop now. That's what happened again recently. I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have lots of money. I'm not fucking your bitch. I don't relate to this.
Yeah.
But then one day I was in the street. I do feel like I've got lots of money, and you just kind of start to vibe with it. It's like, So,
what about the rest of you guys? Like, what was the band that got you into metal?
Again, we started like pop punk, really. To start with, the first two CDs I bought was Sum 41 or Killer No Filler, and Sticks and Stones or We Found Glory.
Yeah.
They're the first ones I had, and then we went from there to like Alkaline Trio, went to Blink-182, all them. I can't remember the first actual metal band.
Was it music course? When we were on the music course?
Yeah, I was very still much into the punk side of stuff then. It wasn't. I don't know. Maybe like Trivium Still Remains when they were huge. Just started listening to it more and more.
Yeah.
And then Machine Head, and then it just started from there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really tell you the first or the band that actually got me into metal. It just kind of transformed into that.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a common route for a lot of people is starting off, listening to Kerrang. Well, especially our age, that sort of skater scene, Sum 41 Blues.
I didn't. I never had that. Like,
you didn't?
No, I never used to really listen to anything at all, really. And then actually the song that got me into metal.
You've got a specific memory as well.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. It was We Are Motorhead.
How did you come about hearing it?
It was at yours, I think. Yeah.
Awesome.
I feel like we all discovered it around the same age. Didn't we?
I was into the lighter stuff, the Sum 41 through my cousin. I remember one day, like, we went and sat in his car. We started putting on like Sum 41. He gave me a Papa Roach hoodie, and I was like 13. Like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, I guess I'm alternative now.
Cut my life into pieces.
And from there, just
Guess I'm alternative.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Go on, man.
And then sort of floated around that pop punk scene, and then I think Danny copied me.
I didn't copy. That's not illegal. God, he's going to get me in trouble.
Or lent me
on another CD.
It was As Lay Dying.
Yeah,
Shadows.
you gave it to him for his birthday.
But it was that really like handwritten.
Yeah, I used to make CDs
along
for the guys.
with
Awesome.
Ember 2 Inferno.
Wow. There was that. There was Rob's favourite Chimera album.
Yeah.
Classic.
No, I remember you scrawled the Chimera logo.
Hello.
And you gave it to me. And you were like, dude, check this out. I went home and just lost my shit. I'd never heard anything that heavy before in my life.
Your birthday.
I guess I'm alternative now.
And I was like, I never looked back. I think it was make or break then. I think after hearing that Chimera album, the fucking heaviness of that.
Again,
you would either hear that and go, nah, fuck this, or fall in love with it. And I totally fucking got it.
I entirely have you to blame for my music taste now.
Yeah,
like it was just like, oh, listen to this.
MSN.
God, the amount of hours we spent sending each other one album.
But that was great though, because you think about it, like
Rob Smith, I've put another 4 albums in the sharing folder. Fine, I'll leave my computer on for the next week and a half, shall I?
Yeah.
We can get, because it seems to be a bit of an old school thing here, like also about the whole cassette tapes thing. But I remember walking into school and I had my CD player in my pocket, and I would hand out CDs. This sounds like an old hip hop story. Like, yo man, I used to hand out my mixtape out the back of the trunk. Like, of just every band that I'd find, and we always just do it, just sharing music with each other. And I feel like that's kind of slipped off. I mean, we do recommend music to each other, like, casually, but going back to last week's conversation,
I think we've lost something, you know. Like,
what, in doing that? Or
because there was something about being handed an album by somebody, and
you go home,
everyone had the little
some dodgy Chimera logo,
someone so enthusiastically just being like, you need to hear
go home, put this on, and just sit there and listen to it, and then come into school the next day and be like, fuck, that was awesome.
Yeah, but now you can listen to a song and then within seconds just reply and be like, that was shit, lol.
Sad face.
Everything is so fast paced. Our attention span
is
so short. Like, I definitely miss that. But I think this is great, this podcast, because it's kind of like a new. Obviously, it's a modern format, but we're all like listening to bands that we wouldn't have done. I slated the bands that you showed me. Like something. It just goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But speaking of what you were just saying about, the first time you heard Chimera and how extreme it was,
Yeah.
and how I found that Pantera song
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's very similar. It's like, yeah.
I was just going to mention something that Lisa wants to talk about as well. There's a song called Those Who Survived on the new Darkest Hour album. And I heard this the other day. I'd forgotten about this band. And I mean, I used to really like them back in the metalcore days of whenever it was. But I had a similar kind of feeling as what I first had listening to Pantera back in the day, where I was like chuckling to myself. I was like, this is hilariously angry.
but it's so well constructed.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible album.
So we're moving into the new recommendations.
We appear to have moved on here.
We've moved on to our new listens and discovery.
New listens. There we go.
Yeah.
Darkest Hours album.
Yeah.
I believe it's called Godless Prophets and the Migrant Flora.
Fucking mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
Just want to say, as part of this podcast, we are striving to bring attention to new bands.
Yeah.
It's something we're trying to do. It's something we're passionate
New
about.
bands, new albums.
I
Bands that have been around for a while that have released something new and is noteworthy.
Yeah. This isn't a new band at all.
No.
This is the first time I've actually heard him. I've known of him, but
you want to go back and listen to a song called "Sound of Surrender."
Okay.
Yeah, that was the song. Yeah,
that was the song that got me into Darkest Hour way back.
Because I was listening to their new album. Like, obviously they've been around for a long time. The people they sound like are Miss May I, or Miss Maya sound like them.
Yeah, I think they totally ripped off Darkest Hour's sound.
Oh yeah,
Miss Mayo ripped off As Lay Dying quite badly as well.
Yeah, massively.
May I take your sound? Please. No edit.
No, because that's exactly what they fucking did.
Oh, okay. I did well.
This Darkest Hour album, you've not heard it, have you, Fish?
No, I haven't yet.
But the rest of us three have.
Yeah.
You just sit there quietly and listen.
I'm gonna quietly sit and listen.
Yeah, you will.
See you later.
It's really thrashy. It's really fucking heavy. It's like they've come out all guns blazing. Like they've had, I think it's safe to say they've had a bit of a wobbly career. I'm amazed that they're still going. If I'm honest,
they go way back, don't they? Like 99 is the sound I saw on there.
Yeah.
I got a lot of listening to it.
You have. In fact, they've continued for so long. When there are so many bands these days that are having to cut their losses and call it a day, and they've just come out of nowhere and released this album, and it's just everyone that's heard it has been completely blown away by it. And
the energy usually kind of dilutes a little bit over the years. It's the same thing as I was saying with Every Time I Die the other day, that they've just kind of got heavier and thrashier and crazier. Like, this album to me sounds like a mixture of hardcore, metalcore, thrash, and some of it in places is quite death metal-y as well.
Yeah, it is.
Like the second track, there's just so much. The second track's got like just a normal riff. And there's this drum fill that sounds like it should be going into another section, but just going the whole way through like the riff, and it's like it's weird. You have to hear it to understand, but it sounds like nothing I've heard before. It just sounds wild,
even their opening track, "Knife in the Safe Room." It's just a really aggressive song. Like you put it on and it just grabs you by the throat and it doesn't let go until the album's finished. Yeah. It really doesn't.
I'm really excited to hear this.
It is incredible. I think, have they got one of their original members back now, I think, who's added to like their creative process?
I don't know anything really about their lineup. I feel like quite ashamed, especially for a band that have been going so long. Like, I feel like they're so slept on. Like, I don't know anything about who's in them. I just know they've been writing good music for a while. So, to the extent of my knowledge.
Any plans to tour the album?
I can't remember the last time I saw them touring.
They've always been a band that seems to support other bands a lot.
Yeah, they've never been huge.
They've always been there, sort of.
Hopefully, this will help them out. This album, because it is.
Well, I think
one hell of a fucking album.
From my understanding, they put an album out a couple of years ago. I remember because I sort of rediscovered them then, and they went a little bit catchier, a little bit more melodic.
Yeah, they did.
So I think they might have done what Architects did, where they tried it and they thought, you know what, we're better at being
Stick
fucking
to-
heavy,
yeah.
and let's just go all guns blazing, like you say. So, good on them.
I've never really figured out what their style is, Darkest Hour. I've sort of heard them, revisited them, but they've never really stuck in my mind that much.
They're just metal
I think-
as fuck now. They're just a metal
Yeah.
band through and through, really. Like, if anything was to define, I guess, this podcast, or the name of this podcast, essentially, it's like, it's
Infinite metal.
infinite metal. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to tap out halfway through it.
So I was just looking back through their back catalogue here, and I think that there's an album called Undoing Ruin.
That's the one, yeah.
You would have you'd remember the album artwork.
Yeah,
you would
that's-
have seen that.
That's quite distinct.
No.
Brilliant.
No.
That's got Sound of Surrender on it. That album.
And the last track on that album, I can't remember what it's called, that was one of my favourites as well. I remember learning it when I was like a riff master. And now I play pansy pop
Tranquil.
music. Tranquil, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to these.
Good stuff.
Can I just say, it's nice to hear the metal broken up with a bit of the White Buffalo here. I will take any opportunity possible in this podcast to talk about the White Buffalo.
Do you think?
I'd put him in there somewhere.
You have to. I mean, I know this is a metal podcast, but if you like good songwriting, seriously, go listen to the White Buffalo. Do yourself a favour. Looking at you, Fisher.
Well, actually, you were looking at me, but yeah,
I
will
was talking to you about the corner of my eye.
get the side eye.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, Fisher, you got a band you like to talk about?
Yeah, I don't know
See-
the exact pronunciation of them.
What I've wrote down here is penis.
I'm going to assume
Sticking with the theme from last week, you see? Yeah.
Phineas? Phineas?
Phineas. We'll go
Phineas.
We'll go Phineas.
Phineas.
Because it sounds less like penis.
It'd be a great band name. It would, turn
What,
some heads.
penis?
Yeah.
Turn some
Because
heads.
everyone would
I'm
be.
sure it would take some heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, their album is called The God Machine.
The Golden Machine.
No.
The Golden Shower?
The God, no.
What did you say?
The God Machine.
Oh,
Yeah,
some undertones.
just from what I looked up before we started recording, that album was, 2011?
Yeah.
It sounds like it was released in 2005.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I've heard probably half an album's worth of songs from them. Yeah, I heard them ages ago, and then they came up on Related Artists. I'll give them another click. And yeah, what's going on here? Oh, we're still going.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh shit!
Just had a
Technical difficulties there. We thought
we thought we'd lost.
we thought we'd stop recording. We had no idea.
I thought we hadn't hit record.
Can you imagine?
An hour's worth of talking.
Yeah, I don't want to have to sit here for an hour with you three and it to be for nothing.
I think we'd have to. I think we'd have to call it a night if that happens. To be honest.
I think I have to down my beer and go with a lift from anybody that's driving.
Well, at least it's professional.
As you were saying.
Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, just really decent, solid metalcore. Broken up now, not together anymore. Don't know why, what happened to them. But yeah, just
Because
something
the band
nice.
name was Penis.
Yeah. Something,
Yeah,
something along
if
those
there's any
lines.
reason to call it a day.
Call an STI.
I'll give them a listen just because you recommended them.
That song we played before the podcast came on did sound really generic.
Yeah, it did. I'm not gonna lie.
They're better than that. They've got a lot better stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, just a really good, solid, another good solid metalcore band.
Okay, I'll give them a listen.
Phineas, the God
That's
Machine.
Phineas, not Penis. Definitely not Penis. Are we setting that back up? Or
We should have wrecked the speaker
Oh.
again.
sorry.
Edit.
Edit.
Technical.
Edit.
We're not recording off a phone at all here.
We are
Any other bands you wanna talk
100%.
I suppose I could give Me and That Man a mention. As we
Okay,
talk about
right,
White
please,
Buffalo.
because
Who's this?
Me and That Man is.
What's happening? Is this a segue with penis?
No.
when I mentioned
Talking
White
about
Buffalo,
penis. Me and That Man. No, I
Where
think-
exactly did Venus?
No, the singer of Me and That Man is the Behemoth lead singer.
yes,
Oh, okay.
and he is released.
He's released a country album.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fucking
Now-
Behemoth.
Yeah, well, I
now,
don't think he's-
I've not listened to this
I don't
album
think he's
yet.
released an album. I think there's like three singles out.
Right, I've not heard this album, but both me and Rob Smith are fans of country music.
Yeah, I know.
And I trust his judgment when it comes to country musicians. How would you describe Me and That Man?
Well-
Not only. How would you
Penis.
throw that into a sentence?
I was hoping for much bigger things because like the music's okay. It's just his voice, man. It is just a foghorn. Well, not even that. It's just a dying foghorn. It's like.
Like one on those big barges.
Yeah, one really far away. You can just about hear.
Really low in the mix.
Yeah, but I was hoping for much better than that, but
So they're not good then?
no.
Are they worth to
it's-
listen just so you can hear this comparison?
you can listen to them. Obviously, I'm not going to stop you, but you should probably stop.
I discovered lately that for some reason all this talk of like nostalgic albums, sometimes I really enjoy listening to music which sucks for the comic value. Like, does that
Yeah, no.
resonate with anyone? I just find it like really. I know it's probably there's something slightly sadistic there. To just
Yeah.
kind of rip on other because the thing is
It's like a really obscure form of self-harm.
yeah, but in fact I'm not the one releasing sheet music.
You should give me and That Man a listen.
Me and I'm not sure if I want to
I don't want to slate him too much because he's putting everything into it.
So I was
But
I was listening. I don't even know how I got onto it. Just suggested videos, not of Me and That Man.
it's private collection.
Yeah. Internet history. Black Veil Brides. I just want to rip on this band for a second.
Go.
Mate, alright, okay, I know that music is subjective to opinion, and I'm not going to sit here all high and mighty. Yeah, they're making more money than me, and we're just music fans. And I get that it's cool to dislike certain bands. Bring Me had it for a while. I mean, there's plenty of bands especially bands that have had like an image. That
They're all subject to
opinion.
getting stick and getting laughed at and bottled on certain occasions or whatever.
Yeah, and it's quite ignorant. And I guess you can make the argument of if you've got haters, then it's better than people being bland.
Fallout Boy,
Yeah.
a lot of haters.
Yeah.
Like bands, yeah.
But I just get frustrated when I look at a band that keeps getting more and more exposure, and they blame their hate on their image, when in fact the music is fucking shit. And it's not even that they can't play. Like, they can definitely play their instruments, and there's good solos, good breakdowns in there. But that man's fucking voice, oh my god, it's awful. I started watching some live videos, and it was like, there's the guitar player that's got the Justin Bieber headset attachment microphone running around.
Yeah.
And they're all singing like harmonies, all out of key. I'm like, it just frustrates me when I know so many talented musicians that are struggling, and you've got this like. And again, this is going back to the whole mainstream argument of what deserves attention and what doesn't.
It's very image focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw this, you mentioned the Golden Gods, Leesky. They won like 3 years in a row or something. And this was like back in 2013 or whatever. And they come out and Andy, what's his name? Andy Ballsack or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and Beer Sack or I don't know. And he comes out with this like super villain voice, and he's just like, "Yo guys, I know you'll hate what we do, man, but like, here's the fucking thing: we're on the radio, you're sat at home being fat fucks." And that's literally how he speaks. You're like, dude, get the fuck over yourself. You don't speak to people like that. He sounds like Lego Batman. I think that's what it is. We're Black Veil Bride. My parents are dead.
Batman.
That's the voice.
Shit.
Yeah, I just can't. I just don't understand the success there, and it's just it's cringeworthy.
If you haven't seen them and just listened to their music, what do you think then?
This is the argument that I make. I don't care about the image. I don't think that the image is the problem at all. I just don't think that.
It certainly doesn't help. Though.
It doesn't. I mean, that is the obvious like Slayer fan argument of just like, okay, these guys are like pretty boys with all their makeup on, trying to look like Kiss, and I guess that it's like really camp, and that's always cool to call them like faggy or whatever. Same as we talk about him. They got the same slack for having an image and like a bit of a feminine sort of
in fag vibe.
Yeah,
Now,
there you go.
I'm going to go on the record here, right? And I'm going to regret it, and I hate myself.
I think I know what you're going to say, because I'm probably going to say it as well. But
I think if the band split with Andy Ballsack, I think it would benefit them all, because it's not that he can't sing, it's that his voice does not suit that band at all.
He sounds
And
like a
that
Billy
band
Idol.
need to stop writing what they're writing and do something else, because they can write and they can play, and they could probably do something a lot fucking heavier if they wanted to, because they are talented musicians.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But as a band, I fucking hate everything about them.
They could definitely go down the route of like a Bullet for My Valentine's sound, Silent Civilian, The Sorrow. I think in Black Veil Brides, there's the potential for an okay metalcore band.
Yeah.
Like those picky riffs they have.
There's
like,
the potential for it. But while they're able to cash in on all these children that are just throwing money at them, both why wouldn't they?
And that's based on image a lot of the time as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that what you thought I was going to say, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
get rid of the ball sack. And
chop it off.
Good. I mean, I know it is a bit shallow and stuff about the going by their image and hating them just from their image, but I think their music's all right. I don't mind it.
Go on, okay. Sorry.
That's what I got.
They can write.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I hate the fact that they can write, because I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like anything about them. But they can write, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
What did piss me off though was when they were on at Download, and we were waiting for Trivium to come on. I think it was either Trivium or Tenacious D.
I don't know. I can't recall seeing them ever.
But those fucks.
I think they may be so bad, so I just erased
those
them.
fucks were on the main stage.
Yeah.
And they got the shit bottled out of them. And what really pissed me off was when he stood there, when you may have hated everything that we've done, this is 45 minutes of your life that you're not getting back. And I thought, you motherfucker, you've stolen time from me.
Yeah. See, here's the funny
Ball sack.
Here's the funny thing, right? Is like I've not followed this band. I'm kind of in over my head here because I've not really analysed, and I don't
waste your
and I
fucking
don't
time.
really like talking about things that I'm not well versed on, as I'm obviously not with this band. But like, just we're talking about the Golden Gods, right? And he comes out and he's like, "Yo, fuck you. Here's the thing. You all voted for us, you fuckers." That's literally how he speaks, sorry. But like, the thing is with award shows, you watch like actors at like the Oscars or whatever come out and they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't expect this. Oh my god." And every time they never expect. Yes, you fucking did. You knew that you were nominated.
And they're sitting there praying.
Yeah, they knew. You knew that you were nominated. You knew that you worked for that. Don't go up there and cry.
This smug cunt
And
walking out.
And then this is what I was going to say, is that I kind of like the fact that this... I just for once want someone to go up there and be like, "Did you see what I was fucking working with? I'm the shit." just
fuck them.
I've
Right?
kind of argued against
Fuck
Iron
them
Man
and
there, but-
fuck him.
That is
Not a
that.
fan. Yeah. Moving on.
Well, that's that then.
Fisher, have you got any all killer no filler for
Yeah, I
us?
got one this week.
Cheer me up. What you got?
I've got.
Blackmail prize.
I couldn't even name you an
Me
album.
and that man.
No, I've picked Bleeding Through the Truth.
Yes.
Good fucking
Yes.
Yeah,
choice.
that's definitely an all killer no filler.
And
What? What?
Some people sitting around this table aren't a fan.
No, I didn't say I'm not a fan. I just haven't
I
heard
forgot about this record, and it's
Yeah.
sorry, what did you just
it. I
say?
haven't heard it. What's on it? What's
Confessions, For Love and Failing,
Kill to Bleed.
Kill to Bleed,
Love in
first.
Slow Motion,
Yeah.
Tragedy of Empty Streets.
Yeah, I remember not
fucking-
liking them way
what's
back
it,
when.
The Truth.
The
Oh,
Truth.
yeah.
Yeah, the latter part of the album. I
You
think
say
the first,
Line in the Sand? Have you ever said
Line in the
that?
Lion
Sand.
Sand, yeah.
I think literally the first 5 songs are just an onslaught of pure heaviness.
Is that the album with the dagger through the heart?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No, that's
No,
it.
Oh no, that's
That's This Is Love, This Is Love.
yeah. The Truth's the one after that where
That's
they look
Love Lost
really.
in the Hail of Gunfire.
Oh yeah, I heard that one. Yeah.
The one after that, all the members have sort of got limbs cut off them.
Blood.
I think Marta's got a bottom jaw missing, and she's like bleeding out all this. I don't know what it is. Like
Face.
just face.
Just face bleed.
Yeah, it's pretty.
A little bit of an in-joke there. Oh, I forgot about that.
It's quite brutal album artwork. But quite fun. I think I had a lot of fun with that kind of stuff.
The album itself.
The album itself, yeah, really just heavy riffing, a lot of heavy riffing, catchy as hell choruses, really good sing-along choruses. I enjoy every track, I do enjoy every track, but the only downside might be, and it might be just with the whole of Bleeding Through his career, is that the one constant theme is just heartbreak. And,
Yeah.
and in the end, you're just like, mate, just get the fuck over it.
It's very melodramatic.
It is, but the songs and the music is really enjoyable, really fucking awesome. Opening line, I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
I think
Here we go.
it's definitely the high point of their career.
Yeah,
I
it's,
do
it's their
think-
go-to album.
I do think their
definitely.
albums went steadily downhill
Yeah.
actually, and
Yeah.
their
I wouldn't
self-titled was it was wank.
It had no.
I didn't mind that.
No, I had moments of.
I've never. It was far too blast beaty for me.
Yeah, because they
Is that
progressively
with the
got
Great
heavier.
Fire?
No, that was the last one they
The
did. I
last
think.
one. That's the one I really went off on.
The one that they did after the Truth was that the one that had Sister Charlotte on it.
That was the song I was just about to mention.
Yeah.
That was a
one of
really
my
fucking
favourite
good
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Real high pitched screaming there.
Oh, you'll notice though.
Declaration. What was that? Was that on?
That was that album. That
Yeah.
was that was the one after the Truth. When we saw them on their last UK show, the majority of their set was older stuff.
Yeah,
I think they knew that.
Yeah.
I
It was a
think if
farewell
they just
tour.
carried on in that vein, they could have just got bigger.
I think out of their discography, you're quite right to bring up that album
Mm.
because I mean, Love Lost. What was that album called? The first album?
Well,
This Is Love, This Is Murder.
This Is
no.
Murder, yeah.
If it depends how far back you'll go.
Oh, before
Like,
that, you have the albums like Revenge I Seek. And
yeah, like I used to have all of their stuff, like the
Really?
even the really
Yeah,
rough
you were a huge
stuff.
fan.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Well, that first breakout one, This Is Love, and then there was The Truth. I think that was where they really honed it because that This Is Love album was like production-wise was pretty shoddy, and then
Yeah.
whereas this one,
Yeah.
The Truth, was very much like refined of that aggressive sound and
Yeah,
much
oh,
more
so
clear.
aggressive, man.
Yeah,
So-
I remember
so
we
aggressive.
actually I think we was all there at Download a long time
Yeah.
ago on the second
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
I remember grabbing the mic as
2006.
well. I was really
That was
into it,
2006, first
Yeah.
year we'd been to Download.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
for a
remember seeing
weekend.
it.
And it was there.
I've
Wasn't
been anyway.
Before El Nino or something?
Yeah.
No, they were
Oh, it was around the
on.
Gojira. What Gojira played.
There is,
Gojira
right?
played, and then
Yeah,
that was
because
the
there was
first
that
time we
weird
discovered
band
them.
on that had the guy in the sombrero. Yeah.
Was it me?
Could have been. Then there was
Sons of the Tundra.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Then with Gojira on after them. Throwdown.
Oh, Throwdown played, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then Bleeding Through.
I remember, just as a note of Gojira, I don't think we knew who they were. I think you
I
missed
missed them.
I've never heard of them. They'd been around for a while at that point.
Yeah. I
But
just
they
remember.
walked on. I'd never heard of them. This band just standing there. One of their guitarists standing there playing with his eyes closed for the whole set. Their drummer was only, what, 17, 18 at the time?
Gojira.
Yeah, and they opened with...
Backbone.
No, they didn't. No, it's going to bug me. I will come back to you on that one. But they opened, and I was just like, fuck me.
Right, just because this will never, probably ever come back in reference again. Did the drummer, right, have a fucking...
Steel bar.
Not a steel bar, he had like a fucking tree. He had like a tree stump or some sort of like massive like bark thing that he was smacking the fuck out of. And it made like is that like
Is that Gojira?
am I making that shit up?
No,
or is
you're
that
not.
remember?
It sounds like you're making it up.
No,
It does
his
sound-
drum setup was fucking...
And there was a pink
There was a
elephant.
fucking tree. I swear.
Yeah, it was such a weird setup.
Their drummer, he looks so peaceful while he's drumming. Most heavy metal drummers, they're thrashing away, they're headbanging, they're windmilling. This guy's just perfectly still with his eyes closed, almost.
They opened with Ocean Planet.
Oh yeah.
He's almost in a meditation type state of mind where he's just
Probably just concentrate.
probably
Yeah.
drums that fucking hard.
Yeah.
You would have to, but most get really into it
Yeah.
and moving. This guy's just still, like he's just looks peaceful. He's still. He's in the moment, just fucking.
And he's
playing
incredible
that
at what he
shot.
does.
He's
They all are.
He's amazing.
Oh,
Gojira drummer's fucking phenomenal.
Doesn't necessarily mean they can write an entirely solid album of their own.
I am waiting for that day still. The day Gojira come out and write a really heavy album from start to finish.
I realised we've just sort of hijacked Joel Killer No Filler
Yeah,
there.
well, it happens.
But
yeah.
going back to Bleeding Through, like if you could sum up that album, if you could tell anyone to go listen to it, how would you convince them to do it?
Listen to it.
That's not aggressive
press
enough
play.
for that album. Like, it's-
I would say if you liked a band that are not only just heavy as fuck, but also insanely catchy, then Bleeding Through are the ones.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, I thought that was the.
I think it's a very
catchy album.
contrasted album. You've got in the verses, Brandon screaming, and they're going for it, and then it will just go
When
into
you've got
this
like the
really
opening
sort
of like
of
Line in the Sand, you know.
that's really slow and
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah, I don't know if
He
it's
had a really good singing voice on him. Considering how loud he used to belt it out.
yeah. I don't think there's another band really quite like Bleeding Through out there. I think they're quite unique.
They were part of that whole Orange
Orange
County
County,
metal
Along
core.
with
Yeah.
18 Visions, who were recording again. Have you heard?
Really?
Yeah.
It was 18 Visions, Avenged, Bleeding Through,
Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte were in with them.
They all had the same tattoo on their finger, didn't they?
Dunno.
Yeah, they all had a little coffin tattoo on their finger.
Didn't really spot the fingers. From honest, that's
Wow.
attention to detail right there.
I can't remember where I read it. It was either I read it or it was in an interview or something. Yeah, they've all got it.
Oh, cool.
Little bro truce
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I think Brandon from Bleeding Through. I'm not sure why they split up. Actually, you might know a bit more about
They said it just came to its natural conclusion. There was no bad blood. It just had run its course. Bleeding Through had run its course. They'd all got different things going on in their lives. Like Brandon got really into his
Bodybuilding.
bodybuilding.
Yeah, I was going
Like
to say he's got his gym now, hasn't he? Yeah.
he's got his gym. Marta wanted the family life, like she married Phil from Machine Heads.
Oh,
Like
right.
Phil Demmel.
Yeah.
They've all kind of like got kids and.
Yeah, she's a babe, isn't she? I remember like being really young and I met her at the Norwich gig and she gave me a hug and I was just like, yeah. But you know, I was really young. I can't remember if she's as attractive as my memory says.
Yeah,
she
she's
is.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
She's right.
Yeah.
sure, probably one of the hottest metal chicks.
Oh, really?
I don't know if there were that many to really choose from.
The debate not to have one. Okay, a mass debate.
Yeah.
You had to say it.
Me and that man.
Yeah, I think they just.
I think that's
they just
a
phase
fucking
it out.
good call.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go away. People listen to that album. Maybe let me know what you think.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with that album.
Rob Smith, go listen to it.
I'll go listen to it, definitely.
I think the standout track, or my favourite on there. I mean, you've got the popular ones, "Kill to Believe," the ones with the videos that were like really popular.
I think Kill to Believe.
Tragedy of Empty Streets.
Yeah.
It's just
I remember that being heavy as fuck.
Yeah, it's heavy as fuck. A really high tempo, then just drops again, then picks up the tempo again. There's no catchy chorus in that song. It's just all out fucking heavy.
It really is, and like just the beat through it as well.
Yeah, it's a really good high tempo song. Awesome album. Go check it out.
Love in Slow Motion for me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love that tune,
Yeah, so it is.
That really is an all-killer album. Yeah, it's not a bad track.
No, it's not a bad track on there. So yeah,
Good choice, Fisher.
Good work.
right. Where are we up to now?
Yeah, what have we got?
What have we got? We're probably. How are we looking for time?
You know what?
1 hour and 20. Wrap it up?
Sure.
Fucking nah.
No.
Nah, mate.
Danny's got a point.
I'm thinking of an all-killer.
Okay.
Come on then.
Now we're on, because I'm just thinking of Orange County Metalcore.
Yeah.
This is probably an obvious one to anyone that's known me over the years, but Waking the Fallen,
Oh,
Avenged.
yeah. That's.
Jesus Christ, what an album!
I mean, how long do you want to spend talking?
I'm gonna
about
try
it?
and do this neatly rather than going into personal stories and memories of. I just know that band when they first.
It was one of the albums that got me into metal.
Yeah. So this was around the same era of like metalcore and hardcore of sort of like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
But what drew me to them at that point, this is before they were really in the mainstream with like, you know, publicly, it was just like
When I heard that album, I never ever thought they would be in the place they are now.
no. Well, I always felt like they were destined for huge things because it was like
You're telling me when you heard Unholy Confessions, you sat there and you thought they are going to headline a festival.
yeah.
I kind of, sorry to sidetrack, but I kind of had that feeling when I first heard Like to Fly by Trivium. I was like, these have got something. So
Yeah, I can get that with Trivium. Avenged, I never had that.
Right. So I think actually before I heard Unholy Confessions, because that's like their big breakout tune, was Jesus Christ, I can't remember the song names now, but
it's just an album before.
no, it was on the album Chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
That's the first song I heard of that.
Eternal Rest.
Yeah,
Incredible.
what was there was really long songs after.
I Want to See You Tonight.
I Won't See You Tonight. Yeah, part 1.
Yeah,
Part one,
but
part
these
two.
songs are all heavy, like reminiscence as well. Like they're all really really heavy with the metalcore side of it. But there was just so much more flavour chucked in there. Like the guy's voice, especially at that point before he had his vocal troubles, was just something else.
Yeah,
and I remember
love
thinking
his
like
voice on that album.
I was at a house party. And we had this album on, and it was just like a slight goth twist to it as well. And this was coming off the back of like me being a massive fan of AFI as well. Like around that sort of horror punk era, it was just something different. But the songwriting,
for the days.
but their songwriting for me was just above and beyond a lot of these metalcore bands because there was something much more like sort of operatic about it. Like they wrote long, adventurous songs. Like I Won't See You Tonight, especially, like was some of the notes he hits on that song. It's just incredible. And I remember there was like
I Won't See You Tonight parts 1 and 2 are very reminiscent of Suicide Note part 1 and 2 by Pantera.
yeah.
Is it the heavy and the
soft? I mean, if you can't see that, then
why bother?
yeah, go home.
Yeah. But yeah, start to finish, like, what is this bloody long song? It's like the 7th track.
Well, there's
on
like
that album.
a big epic in there.
Yeah, no, it's I've not got Wi-Fi, so I'm trying to remember it. It's really annoying me because I've listened. This is one of the albums that I've listened to most in my life. Yeah. I'm trying to remember it.
I remember you being huge on it in school. Like,
yeah. To the point of being a young, impressionable teenager, where it affects your image and all sorts. You know, it's crazy. But hearing the like musicianship between the drumming and the shredding on the album, and then obviously as they went and progressed to become like how insanely like. I mean, Sinister as a guitarist is just phenomenal. Like,
that guy can play.
Yeah,
he can really play. And even I think I would go a step further and say the rev even improved.
Second Heartbeat.
Thank you. Why was I struggling to think of that name? Right.
Holy shit! I'm looking through the track list now. Waking Fallen, Unholy Confessions, Chapter 4, Reminiscence, Desecrate Through Reverence, Eternal Rest, Second Heartbeat, Radiant Eclipse, Won't See You Tonight Part 1, Won't See You Tonight Part 2, Clairvoyant Disease, and All Things Will End.
Yeah.
Man, what an album.
Yeah, and Second Heartbeat, I remember hearing the demo on a Hopeless Records CD, which came with a Metal Hammer magazine, and that was like their record label on Sound and Seventh Trumpet, and it was a faster version of Second Heartbeat, and it was scrappier, rougher, and that was before Waking the Thought was out, and I was just like, who are these guys? I need to hear them, and I just became obsessed with them from then on out. It was just, look at it was such a catchy tune, and it went on and fucking on. They just repeated that the sort of gang singing the chorus, but it was just stuck in my head for months, and I think everyone's got that one album of their teenage years that's just like changed it all.
Yeah,
that was Other than Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera, which I sort of mentioned earlier, that's definitely up there. I might have to go back and listen to it again at some point soon, because you could actually, they did re-release it a couple of years ago with some demos and like a documentary as well, which is really worth a watch.
They released the same version. They did remaster.
They remastered it.
Oh, they remastered
well, it was like just a sort of slightly better mixed version.
Like it's better quality, but
and they had like the original versions of like Chapter 4, and you can see like how they really benefited from getting a producer sitting down and say, no, you need to really work at your song structures, because it was a bit all over the place.
Okay.
And the documentary, they sort of go into that a bit more, and they acknowledge that album as being their real turning point, even though at that point they weren't really in.
I think City of Evil really catapulted them into the huge.
Yeah. I could talk about that album as well, like fucking hell, but big
save that album, because otherwise we will go on forever.
I'm not good now, but
we'll be here all night.
I don't want to do that again.
So I've hijacked the All Killer for like the last few weeks, so I'm gonna let you go next week.
Next week, Rob Smith. All Killer, no filler. Better be good.
Love this.
Sorry, can we just add a bit of Lady Gaga over this?
We can't.
We cannot.
We cannot.
Can't edit. That's the only reason.
Because we can't edit. There we go.
And even if we could, we probably wouldn't.
Okay, are we?
Are we going to
wrap that up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. There you go. As usual, we end it with us wishing we could edit something.
Me and that man would like to thank you.
Fucking hell.
Right, we done then?
I'd say we're done. I'll be honest, I thought you just switched it off.
No, we're
saying bye.
We're still on. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. See ya. Goodbye.
Bye bye.